Well, I know that's what I'm.
And don't you millennials forget about that.
Oh, we won't. I'll tell you what.
Gen Z, by the way.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gen Z.
I'm right on the curb. I'm right on the curb.
Oh,
yeah, I'm right on the curb.
Yep.
Okay.
First year.
You heard my music taste. I still have that very old
Seasoned.
Yeah.
Seasoned. Oh, it's seasoned.
Seasoned. Where did he get that from? Lord have mercy. Okay, let's talk about the NBA Finals. So I just kind of want to recap on the games so far. So game 1, the Celtics won with a 120 score.
Mhm.
Game 2 was Warriors 107. Game 3, Celtics 116. Game 4, Warriors 107. And then we had a switch up. The pattern was interrupted by the Warriors win on game 5 with 104.
Yes. Who's Warriors?
Ours.
Oh, I forgot. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
a few of us.
I'm a Warrior too.
Yeah.
I said I can't
from
I
the
can't
Sweet
The
read
last
16.
Warrior I was the Henrico Warriors. Shout out to Henrico High School. and I believe, and I'm looking at a rep.
So
I believe.
I heard folks talking about this morning, talking about it, and the key for Boston is to get to 109. They need to get.
They need that.
offense
That's
to
their magic number.
109 is their magic number to win.
Oh, wow.
If we could just get the game called fairly, I know it sounds
Oh,
like I'm
come
whining.
on, Doc.
Where's Danielle? Where's Danielle?
I know I'm whining, but I want to.
Or Calvin.
Did you guys
don't
like see? Did you guys not see Clay push Smart in the middle of his chest?
Come on.
But he fell and slid back, and then
Doc.
Clay said, "Nobody's
Doc,
calling
he
it."
flopped. He flopped, Doc.
No. His hand went
Yes,
directly in his
but
chest.
I'm saying that the response was an overreaction.
Yeah, and there's
Oh,
now
you gotta
some
come
new
on.
rules
So that's why
in
they didn't
college
call a
basketball
legit
for that.
foul.
No,
Right.
that wasn't
One.
legit. I mean, come on. At
There's
some
new
point
rules
in the
college
game,
basketball about that flopping.
What happened?
but listen, at some point
All
in
of
the
y'all
game,
thought the game was called fairly this last game.
what I think is we have to stop being. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, I stand
But
corrected.
you know, I'm just saying this. We get
Professionals
to a
said that it was
point.
called correctly.
We get to a point of where it's like you can't touch anybody. Any touch is an issue. This is the finals. You got to let them play ball. And to me, you can't just every single thing. You know, I don't want to hear the whistle every 5
You
seconds.
also,
Right.
can't, you
Don't.
also can't
Yeah,
deny.
the referee should not be deciding the game. And I will tell you that when they went on that 14-0 run, there were so many missed calls and calls
No
that
way,
were
Doc.
made on Smart
way,
where,
Doc.
where the people,
Come
the
on.
announcers were making it
But
clear.
can we
something's
just
not
also
quite right.
can we all just
Don't agree.
acknowledge that? I mean, Klay Thompson did a complete turnaround from game 1.
Yeah,
Steph Curry has been
Steph
on fire.
Curry
I'm
is
rooting for the
is
Celtics.
effective.
Yeah, but
Right.
Steph Curry did not have a great night the other night.
Not the other night,
No,
but he
but
has
he
been
did
more
the night
effective
before.
than
He
the
did
other.
what he needed to do.
43
So
43.
you know I'm right, right?
I mean, that's what I'm
43.
saying is, what I'm saying is,
Did y'all hear
especially
43?
Klay Thompson, you're looking at your key players that weren't performing maybe at the beginning that now are. I'm rooting for the Celtics. Don't get me wrong, but I'm
I
saying
can't
that
believe
you
I'm
can't
sitting next
deny.
to this lady right now rooting for the Celtics.
You have
Come
me.
on
You have
now.
me. You have me.
It makes for a good show.
Yes, it does.
Now, I will. I'll say that the Celtics have been a little bit more consistent than the Warriors have been
Agreed.
throughout each one of the series. My problem is that we tend to forget as soon as Steph Curry has a little injury, it's like Warriors are going to die. They can't perform. This is a team of 5 on the court.
He had an injury. He came back the next game and did 43 points.
He
and
did.
then in game 4, and then he came back the other night and he really pushed it off to the rest of the team. To
And
win,
you
because
saw
he
the
did
team
not- yes,
perform.
they did.
Right.
I
And
think
my
some-
Jordan Poole.
And then when you go to looking at the
Like that
referees,
air ball?
there you go.
That brick he laid up.
When the
Like
win
on
still
the
happened, the
half
W
court,
still
3
happened.
points.
Yeah, he did.
Twice.
That was good.
Again.
I just think that when there's so much talk about the refs and when can they just play? When is it going to be?
Because it
I'm
does
just
take away from
wondering
the
if
game. If we're
anybody
hearing,
wants to
if
sit
we're
here
hearing
and
a
not
whistle, if we're hearing a whistle every 13,
It
15
wasn't every
seconds
whistle.
to 5
If you
seconds,
look at the
how
foul count,
boring
There
is
was a
it?
you
when
look at the free throw count, you can see that game was skewed. Just
There
a
was a
little.
technical on the Celtics coach the other night,
Yeah, and
and
that was-
nobody even noticed.
Nobody
No,
noticed.
none of the other refs didn't
Yeah.
even notice. And then they're like, excuse me, you need to throw for a technical. Well, then they didn't even take advantage of it because the Warriors missed
So
that
the real question
Sean
is too,
Desmarais did.
because they're kind of matching up well, who's coaching better? Who
Oh,
is, because I
that's
really
really
think
good.
that's what this is boiling down to, is the coaching. It's, nobody has been stellar. We said
Right.
that early on. I'm a big fan of shortening up the season, moving the finals up, moving, we don't need
Too
as
many
many games.
games.
There's too many games right
too many
now.
games.
I know the money is going to influence it, but we need to take it. I think we need to shorten it up. I think you'll see less injuries, and I think you'll see better ball play. But right now, the question is, who's coaching better? Because that's who's going to get this to the end game.
Mm-hmm.
Are we seeing better coaching coming out of the Warriors bench? Or are we seeing better coaching coming out of the Celtics? Or do you think it's just the same? Because I feel like Golden State, I feel like the Warriors are really bringing coaching to the. I do.
Come
I'm
on.
sorry,
The
I
Warriors
do.
are still riding on what Mark Jackson laid out. way
He's
before Steve
gone.
Kerr was
He's
ever
gone.
thought
This
about.
isn't politics. It's not like
it's
the
still
president.
his program, his system, and his players 8 years later. Come on now.
Come on now. Okay. If we were going back to the NFL, we're talking Tony Dungy leaving and Chucky coming in and winning and winning.
I'm just saying.
Chucky coming in and winning a Super Bowl. That's one thing. The Warriors are being coached by a totally different man. They're playing a little differently. This is definitely
I'm gonna leave
not
it
somebody
alone
else's
because
team. Not
when,
the same
When
way.
the Celtics won the first game, everybody probably at this table and beyond, a lot of money was lost because everyone assumed this was going to be 4 or 5 games and out.
For the Celtics?
When the Celtics won the first game,
I must
nobody
be
thought
nobody,
the Celtics
'cause
were
I'm
going
a-
to win that game.
I don't want the Celtics to win.
No.
I don't.
Right, but they won, and it was, I'm telling you, it was an upset. Everyone expected that Golden State was going to come out there and run the
See,
table.
I don't believe that because I think we watched Golden State.
Vegas would say
throughout-
no.
I think we watched Golden State throughout the series, and that was one of the conversations we were having, was that they weren't performing at peak. And so, I mean, even at one point, I was like, I want to see Miami.
I mean,
but
wait a minute, didn't they win the game? I mean, win the series right before that with the 4 or 5 games at the max.
But
And they had a week off before the game started.
the point is that throughout this, that's what we've been talking about, is they haven't really been, it's not like we've been watching them be the Warriors of the last 3 seasons. They haven't been there. So it wasn't a gimme. There were a couple seasons there where you're like, it's kind of a gimme right now. Steph's on fire. Steph hasn't been necessarily on fire as much as he has. I think what you're seeing right now is 2 teams that are fairly evenly matched, but one that's just being coached better. I think that's what's happening.
Okay.
And I do not want the Celtics to win. But hey, I'm a Knicks fan. What do I know, right?
Exactly. That's why I said, okay, no comment.
Let her talk.
You saying no comment, but I really was saying that facetiously because the Warriors are going to win it. Take it from there. Look at the camera. Everybody look at the camera. Warriors are taking it.
I
What's
agree.
happening?
Warriors are gonna win.
Yeah.
I called it. I call these things.
I call these things.
Okay.
I called Joe Burrow in
I'ma
the
leave
Super
it
Bowl.
alone.
Oh,
I
no.
was waiting.
We
I
called-
we had to
I did. I called
We
Joe
have
Burrow in
one
the Super
season,
Bowl.
one
I
show.
called the Warriors in the finals.
You did.
So
You did.
I mean,
You
what's
did.
up? What's up? Place money on me. Place money on me. Okay. I'm the one you want to place money on. Okay. I just want to make that evidently
All right.
clear.
We'll
I
let
am
the
that
young
one.
gun have it. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it is about time
Yeah.
for our segment of hashtag Bring Brittany Home. So we're going to go ahead and toss that over to Dr. Danny to talk to us about what is going on with Brittany.
Well, first of all, let me show you all the shirt the Celtics wore during workout.
That's great.
That was, yeah.
So we are BG 42, the same information that's on the sidelines for the WNBA games. But I will say it still doesn't look really good. This is, I think, a day 118 of her being detained wrongfully. I did read where the State Department had a meeting with her team
Yeah.
to talk with them and give them an update, because I think, well, without a question, it's affecting their play in terms of the performance, but I think it's also affecting their psyche.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to, hear. And then I think Breonna Turner made a release after that, a press release saying that she believes that the State Department is doing everything